YouTube, what the crap's going on? We are back at Gergovia. I could fight this, but I mean, if you look at these troops, they're better than what I have, and there's no way around it. And there's honestly not going to be much of a way that I'm going to kill many of them, especially since the AI is on very hard. I'm guessing the auto-resolve will kill just as many of them as I would have. And I hate this because they got my agent and everything in that army. That's pretty irritating. And then they've got these little raiding forces. But the Helvetii wiped those guys out, so that's perfect. So they won't be able to raid my lands. And we can now move on Patavium and retake it. Can't reach it on this turn though, so I'll just march up here to the borders and do some retraining. And let's see, I did not get a military disruption that time, so we can retake Saguntum. And that is an auto-resolver as well. Man, I need a good battle here. I'm on like a battle drought right now. I want to know where that enemy agent is that was screwing with me here, because I'm not real happy about it. And then why it still shows an agent in my army here, but there's not. They must have defected, and it's some kind of screwy glitch or something. Because I can't put an agent in this army. I don't know what the deal's going on there. That's kind of weird. But I'll leave this spy nearby, just to try and protect that army. And then up here, let's see if this is going to be a long shot. Yes. We're going to go for some military sabotage. See if we can get very lucky, which we did. And we were able to poison their provisions, so it'll slow down this army. They can only move half their range, so that'll slow them down for sure. Start to damage a few of their troops. And then we can try and make the spy better at poisoning. Okay, so let's upgrade some of my buildings here. We really need... Okay, so we can take out Pompey's fleet. Oh, really? It can sail that far? What a bunch of hog crap. Well, we're gonna have to continue chasing Pompey's fleet, unfortunately, which is massively annoying. Got a bunch of farm upgrades coming though, so we should be able to spend a bunch of money on our military buildings. Beneventum. We should be able to retake Beneventum. Alright. So Beneventum is back in our control. Perfect. And Casintia. I'm just gonna go ahead and start marching north with this army, and we'll go up and support and retaking all of these northern territories, and then we'll retake Iberia with this army and protect with that spy, and we'll just focus on Lepidus later. So should be alright. We're not hurting really economically nearly as bad as we could have, all things considered. Let's see. And what do we got here? Melee attack for all sword armed units. Sweet. So Civil War dynamic is interesting. I like it a lot better than the old one, that's for sure. I'm not sure I like that it can happen multiple times, but that kind of makes sense. Just because I like it doesn't mean it doesn't make sense. Or don't like it, I should say. Because Civil Wars are annoying and I don't really like dealing with it. But I guess it'll teach me to have to actually watch the political stuff. But it seems kind of weird that it was such a low chance, but it seemed like it happened. Oh, a trade agreement, sweet! Yes, I'll take a trade agreement with those folks. Egypt is a pretty big faction, and a trade agreement with them ought to be fairly lucrative. Plus, it'll put me in better relations, I think, with Antony's Rome. Okay, finished our research. Let's get back into our research. Let's see, Firewatch. I probably need to make sure I can upgrade my farms plenty as well. So let's start that research. And let's put these guys on force march. And just bring them as far north as we can, as quick as we can, so we can go take out our rivals.
We hunger for battle.
And Patavium is going to be unguarded. I do like the Civil War better here in the sense that the AI doesn't get like a bunch of ridiculous troops that didn't already exist. like your generals actually betray you, just seems so much more feasible than what we were seeing before, so I really like that. And I have a ton of food built up now, so I'm going to start using some of my money each turn to start upgrading some of my buildings. But let's make sure we try and keep poisoning this army here. We may not get it every time, but we'll take it as much as we can. It'll slow them down, kind of pin them down, give us an opportunity to have our best effect. And we don't want to waste any time here. We want to push hard back and take our territory, so let's go hit Tarraco. It says these guys have an excellent chance. I don't think they do, but I also don't have a navy. So if I go into a long, drawn-out siege, man, they just have a ton of legionnaires for their garrison. And that is an excellent garrison army. Of course, I have more than they do, but it's on very hard, which means that they stand a pretty good chance of beating me. Let's continue the siege for now. Actually, let's lift the siege. I know this will seem kind of counterintuitive. Let's lift the siege. Move just back across the bridge. What we'll do is actually raise a fleet here. Raise a fleet.
Ready for orders.
And
Making for port.
let's just recruit a couple of ships into it real quick.
Rome needs more ships.
And then we'll go up here and blockade them.
Ready for
And in the meantime, we can sabotage, so we can poison the wells, which should damage the local garrison. And we'll start kind of wearing this city down and getting it ready for a smarter siege, I guess. Gosh dang it, where'd Pompey's freaking boats go? Did they get destroyed? Faction destroyed. Pompey's Rome. Good. Pigs. Alright. Well, I don't know where this fleet's really going to be all that useful. Let's just put it in at Syracuse. It could be useful if it was all the way over here, but that's a long sail. And probably won't get there in any useful amount of time, unfortunately. And I do have one of my armies headed north, so should be good. Patavium's ours again, so should be good there too. Okay, let's see what kind of money we have left and run some upgrades. This gives me more glasswares for trade and improved research rate, so definitely a worthwhile upgrade. And I really want to siege Tarraco. If I get siege towers too, that'll help me out a lot against the AI, since their troops get buffs. The siege towers protect your guys from a lot of missile fire and help get them on the walls relatively unscathed. Let's see what we got here. But yeah, getting into those siege battles where it's hard to outflank enemy troops on very hard is a very dangerous matter.
This is a time for just, proud men.
Okay, I see anyone a non-aggression pact. I'll take all the non-aggression pacts that those barbarian tribes want. Gaiatuli look like they've taken some territory from Lepidus' Rome, so that's also good. Let's see, agent is exposed. That's fine. Let's keep our poisoning going here, if at all possible. Please, you can do it. Nope. Oh well, ranked up, so that works. We can actually get really close now to have better army poisoning abilities. I know that that's a strange ability, so it would seem. Really need military access from the Helvetii. Are they the ones that keep asking for it, or are they my client state? Let's see. They are a client state, so I don't think I have to ask them for military access.
I look forward to your wisdom, but I trust you will not object to a cup of wine first.
Yeah, we don't have to ask for military access from them. So, and there's attrition zones up here we're going to have to watch out for, but if we stay on the road it should be fine. Just going to keep marching hard, and we should be able to knock out Bebracht here very quickly. And this army, let's actually start a forced march to Massalia. Alright, and we now have a lot more money too. Let's see over here. This fleet,
Ships reporting.
Forget recruiting that extra ship.
Ready for orders.
Come attack them here.
Forming
So we're
a
going to blockade, so we've got them blockaded, and we can now siege them out. So we're going to continue the siege.
To the settlement.
So now we're actually sieging the city and causing attrition, which is good.
To victory.
That way not just my guys take attrition, but theirs take it as well. And that's a nice feature that's been added that I actually like. So this gives me more food for no downsides, so I'll definitely spend my money on that. Let's see. I have the excess food. But let's find out what would be the best upgrades first. So it's Syracuse. Don't know. So in Italia. Let's upgrade that. Put that at Vertigala. Let's increase the garrison at Vertigala by upgrading that. And that'll be all my money at this point. Or wait a minute, did I... I'm not sure if I tried to poison with this agent yet. Yes, I already did, okay. Yep, so we can go ahead and upgrade that building as well. Alright, Octavian probably ought to do something. Right now he's just standing outside Ilaria. Let's just sail to Massalia, and then we'll go out on land and use him to help put down this little rebellion as well. Not particularly worried about any attacks from Antony's Rome or any of the others, even at the moment. It says force this character to divorce his wife. That's funny. I'm not worried about other civil wars until this one's over, and then I'll have to do some stuff to balance the influence, or maybe it rebalances when the civil war is over. I have no idea how that works. Man, I need a big battle here. It's driving me nuts. I feel like I'm having battle drought on both my campaigns. But then again, sometimes you get some campaigns where it's just non-stop grind out fights. And it seems like you're not ever making any progress. Lepidus making moves towards Saguntum, so we might want to knock out Tarraco quickly and then move back to Saguntum. This ought to work out because it looks like Octavian's rivals are going to sally out against my navy, which I'm not sure how good of a chance they really have here, so let's fight this. If we can beat down their blockade run here, then that'll keep their city to the point where it could potentially have to surrender. And it should be causing attrition to their garrison as well. Okay, not flaming shots. Okay. There we go. Start the battle. What do we got here?
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Just target the nearest ship. My ships are much larger and stronger, so we should be alright. They've opened fire. 2 clean misses. It is a small, quick vessel, so I'm going to go ahead and move up even closer to try and get my artillery shots to be more effective.
Artillery ships ready. Set them ablaze.
Just got 2 more shots. 1 hit.
Ready for orders.
Just keep moving forward. My artillery should continue to fire. Let's see if we get any more hits. Dang it! 2 more misses. They have definitely nerfed the artillery accuracy, which is fine. It was probably way too accurate before. I'm going to sit back for a second and try and get a couple more artillery shots. That veteran legionnaire ship will be my next target. We've done some pretty serious damage, I think, to this raiding Himalaya. I'm surprised it hasn't sunk with 2 direct artillery hits. Wow, a couple of clean misses there. I'm going to target the veteran legionnaires. And let's see if we can ram out these smaller vessels first.
Our general is under attack.
Okay, never mind. That ship just went down. And we just sunk that one as well. Okay, and there's a boarding operation going on over here, so... Wow, Octavian, or my admiral's just like plowing these guys back.
Unit has perished.
Really? Really? I lost a Queen Kirim and a ram to a raiding Himalaya? Get over yourself. I have no idea what's going on here. This is crazy. Check it out. It's like there's a boarding operation going on, but I'm just plowing their ship back at ridiculous speeds and whale watching apparently at the same time. I have no idea what's even happening here. Can I pull away? Can I get... This has got to be some kind of glitch. Never seen that before. I guess I'm going to end up just pushing them back to the red line.
Moving out. Give way. Moving out.
Check it out. His guys are still boarding. And my guys are losing, unfortunately. Come on. What the heck is this? This is the screwiest thing I've ever seen. Well, at least it'll stop now.
Moved and ready. Moving out. Move out. To the oars.
Check this out. It's like our ships are glued together in a boarding. That is the weirdest glitch I've ever seen.
Reporting. Assault ships ready for orders.
I'm gonna try and stop.
Set oars. Artillery.
No idea what's going on. This is absolutely ludicrous. There we go. Finally sunk their ship. Alright. Well, we beat down Octavian's rivals there, so the blockade's gonna continue. Even though I think I got gypped on losing that Quinn Kareem to a freaking raiding Himolion or Ram. That's a bunch of dog crap and a half. Alright, Octavian's rivals. What next? Why don't you send your land forces out to face me so we can get this over with. Okay, that army's now fleeing back the other direction. I'm worried that Lepidus is going to make a move on Saguntum, so my time is going to be fairly limited. I do have the spy, though, so we can use them to our advantage. And then I've got Octavian on the way to Massalia as well. And then we got this army that can head to Gergovia. And then we can march through here. Alright. So we'll be close to retaking the Bract. And we can still hopefully do some military sabotage on this army. Perfect. So that'll slow them down. Actually, I should have gone this way there, but that's okay. We'll make it work. So 2 turns to surrender here for... Yeah, these guys no longer have a good chance of surviving my siege. So I'm going to wipe them out, retake Tarraco, and then on the next turn we can move back to Saguntum. In fact, let's come poison these jerks so that they can't make a move on Saguntum. At least hopefully not. Yeah, they can still move half the range, so they could, but Saguntum might be able to hold off because whatever their army is doesn't look very good. Perfect. So, making a little progress here. Looks like we've been going all authority here. Let's open up cunning as well. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, I think we're in good shape. Looks like we're getting a nice punch back on the on our rivals, and we have some money to spend on more upgrades, so we can upgrade those economic buildings there. Alright. Looks like my income's actually doing quite well right now since I'm not having to pay for those additional armies. Just means that I have less defense, unfortunately. Alright, this fleet did well. Not worried about enemy agents. Armor, morale. Just give my guy extra authority. And let's take this fleet to Saguntum. It could come in handy if we need to defend. Perfect. So, making very nice gains back against our rivals. So we should be able to put this civil war down fairly quick. I wonder, can you have 2 civil wars going at the same time? You know, like have Octavian's rivals? Surely not. Well, Lepidus is up to something here, so he's going to send his fleet. And probably armies. No, he did not send armies. And the auto-resolve's favoring me, so I'm going to actually just let the auto-resolve run that one. He has other armies, though, at Carthago Nova. but they did not attack me effectively, which means I can now reinforce from Tarraco and push back against Lepidus, so we should still be able to keep Lepidus in check. I might have just lost one of my agents there, we'll see. Death, so I lost an admiral. Yeah, one of my agents got wounded. That was unfortunate. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got going on here. So we can now move back to Saguntum. So Saguntum will be handled. We're okay here. Don't think we need to run any of those buildings. Got some enemy agents giving me some grief.
My skills are yours.
Let's see if we can get rid of this
Life is fleeting.
enemy veteran. There we go. That'll be handy. We don't want that guy causing me any grief. And the only problem is that leaves this army open. And I can't force march all the way to Tolosa, unfortunately. That's a pretty sizable force that I'm not going to be able to poison. But I think what we'll do is go ahead and force march to Narbo and at least stop them there. Take these guys out of force march. And let's attack Bibrak. And then Vesontio will take both of those back. As well as Gergovia. And then we've got Octavian. If we row hard, we can go ahead and make it to Massalia. Alright, so looks like we've got these guys in a tough position. I don't see how they can fight their way out of this one, to be quite honest. Let's do some more upgrading of my buildings. Town centers are going to be pretty costly, but worthwhile investments in the end. That should be pretty much all my money. And we should be able to start upgrading farms later on too if we need to. I just got to make sure that my public order is okay. That'll allow me to continue to keep my food supply up, which right now it's really high, so I need to keep spending my money on upgrading those buildings, plus it should boost my income substantially. Lepidus is trying to march around me. It's no big deal. His force isn't big enough to do any effective damage to Tarraco. And then these guys are just coming behind my lines, attacking stuff. They'll be facing Antony soon, so I'm going to come out and personally defeat some of my rivals, I guess. But Bract is about to fall back into my control, too.
We beg for a treaty between our people.
Sure. Take a military alliance with those guys. I could probably put a war target on Carthago Nova and see if Gaiatuli will help me out here. Cultural integration. Minus 50% public order present foreign cultures, cultural understanding. Yeah, we'll try that. Let's go in here and see if we can put a war target on some of Lepidus. Oh, check it out. The Gaiatuli came across. Sweet! Let's set a war target. Or actually, let's clear the targets. Set our war target here at Corduba. And then I'll focus on Carthago Nova, so just get out of here. Awesome.
Commander.
Alright, so this force, let's move up to the bridge.
At ease, men. Yes.
And let's recruit some more ships into this navy.
Rome needs more ships.
That'll do for now. Let's get that navy expanded out a little bit so it can be useful for me. Take these guys out of force march. And let's take Octavian out of force march. And let's go up here and start challenging that group of rivals. There's actually a pretty substantial force at Bibrak now. And I'm going to continue the siege versus them and siege these guys out. They've only got 3 turns. So we should be able to take them out once and for all. Got some of our buildings set. Alright, let's go ahead and end one more turn. I can issue an edict, actually, huh? Where can I issue the edict? Don't recall. Oh, well, I can issue one at Rome. I don't really need bread and games. I don't really have a lot of commerce buildings. Don't need conversion to Latin culture, so I'll just take the tax rate. And I can see how civil wars would get pretty darn annoying, and I guess they said as Imperium goes up, it gets more expensive for the political action, so that could get really challenging, actually. We got that army up there raiding, and they're going to bring in their guy here to probably try and wound Octavian. They're going to retreat. So we should be able to retake Tolosa.
You have been blessed with courage.
Nope. Ally confirms war target, so Octavian was safe. Apparently that agent was not able to accomplish his mission. And Octavian himself now marching through his rivals with little to stop him. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's see, I have this really good agent here. Let's see if we can convert this guy. We'll try it on the next turn, see if we can convert him. Oh, I didn't even know I had this agent up here. It's the one that recovered. Anyway, Bebracht got 2 turns to surrender. So, yeah, no, not a whole lot of battles here, but unfortunately sometimes that's just way it's gonna fall. Drop a few more upgrades there. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop recruiting any more fleets. Well, actually, no, let's go ahead and recruit that fleet and wait, and then I'll get this fleet built up a little more so that we can properly siege Carthago Nova. I think that's all I got time for now, though, YouTube. Hope y'all enjoyed this. The fight against the Octavian's rivals is down to just a few provinces. And then they've got those 3, and then this one got retaken by Lepidus's Rome. So we'll go retake that from them as well. Finish off Lepidus's Rome, finish off our rivals, get everything rebalanced, and we should be back in business. Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.